On behalf of the Empower Task Force, our senior editor group, and many contributors, I'm happy to report on our activities over the past year, culminating with the release of the Empower Report on March 27th, and then our national forum a little over a month ago. The day a report was released, the title of the media release bluntly stated, "The canary in the coal mine is dead." Now, that did not just mean that the health system coal mine was contaminated, but rather that the entire notion of emergency medicine as a sort of passive canary was dead, replaced by a construct in which, together, we are empowered to play an active role in reconstituting it. Now, we all know that the crisis in our emergency departments is not caused by too many low acuity patients attending our EDs, but by a lack of available hospital beds for admitted patients, poor access to long-term community and complex primary care, and rising levels of unmanaged mental health and addiction and their antecedents, poverty, homelessness, etc. We're told that politicians get that, and yet they continue to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on primary care diversions, urgent care centers, and other projects that don't address the root causes. Understand the problem first, we told them at the forum, and then we reinforced it in our workshops, as we did in the report, with its 30 key recommendations and over 100 recommendations in total. At plenary at the forum, we asked government officials to take two things back to their people. The first was a need to reestablish a common purpose in our healthcare system, and there is, in fact, a compelling argument to adopt the quintuple aim as a sort of universal provincial standard, to measure everything we do against it, and then report the results. That's work we can do together with government, and there is already discussion in the background about issuing provincial report cards in emergency care. The second ask was for a commitment to work with CAEP on an ongoing basis to address the major challenges facing Canadians' access to emergency care, crowding, unplanned closures, and our beleaguered workforce. I'm sure you'll hear more about that from the CAEP Public Affairs leadership. Before ending, I'd like to briefly acknowledge our incredible senior author team, highly accomplished all, and really just a pleasure to work with. Dr. David Petrie is a deep systems thinker and was our lead in addressing clinical services planning with the goal of optimizing access for all to emergency care. Grant Innes has articulated the concept of accountability frameworks more clearly and persuasively, in my opinion, than anyone in Canada, and he led the task force work on accountability. Daniel Collock's group created a roadmap for integrating disaster planning Canada-wide and applied those principles to the ongoing improvement of our EDs who meet the definition of disaster every day. Ivy Chang co-led our work on a variety of disruptive forces and what we call secular trends that will reshape emergency care, research, and education in the decades to come, with a focus on becoming a learning health system. It's been an honor and privilege to work with the CAEP executive, CAEP board, and many of you these past 3 years on a systems approach to the future of emergency medicine in Canada, and we sincerely hope our work helps create a better future for us, for the discipline of emergency medicine, and most importantly, for our patients. Thank you.